Hi everyone, my name's Danielle and welcome to Board Game Bakes. Thanks for coming back again, or if this is your first time, then thanks for stopping by. I had a little hiatus for what turned into be like 5 months because I had a beautiful baby girl, and combined with quarantine and 2 smart children, it just was a lot of things to do, and at the end of the night I just kind of wanted to sit on the couch. But now little one's starting to be a little less work, I have a little bit more energy, and regardless, I just want to get back to it. I love baking, and it's so much fun. So this week we're actually going to start with point salad. Point salad is a relatively new game, and it's basically that you have all these cards, and you get rewarded for having certain vegetables in your salad, and you lose points for having other ones, so you have to balance on what type of card you want to have in your deck. On the back of every card, there's a vegetable. So you have a tomato, you got lettuce. So I thought that instead of having the cards with the vegetables on it, how about we make all the vegetables in cookie form, and then we could actually play the game. So that's what I did. Instead of doing a sweet cookie, I actually tried doing a cheesy biscuit. So basically we're going to make Cheez-Its. I tried a batch before I made this, and they're so good. So we're going to make a lot because there's 6 different vegetables, and then we need 18 of each if you're going to play with 6 people. So we have a lot to make, so let's get started. Here are the ingredients that you're going to need to start baking. I won't read all through them, but feel free to pause here for the exact amounts. Our first step is that we want to cream together our butter, flour, salt, and cheddar cheese powder. You want to mix it until it forms a dough, or basically a ball. Here we go. See, it got nice and chunky. Now you get to add the best part, the cheese. Num 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 num. I just used a standard grater. I bought a aged white cheddar from the store and just shredded it on my own. And now we're going to keep mixing again until this forms its own little dough. Faster, faster. Now we have our dough here, and we want to divide it into 6 equal parts. In order to create the fun colors for all our different vegetables, I have a variety of Wilton dyes that we're going to use. The first step is that you're going to need 6 different bowls and put all the pieces in the different bowls. Now, I recommend that you use gloves for this. As you see in my first attempt, my hand is very quickly turning yellow, which is kind of an indication of jaundice. I learned my lesson, and I got some gloves so that I didn't have blood red hands. So this one we're doing pink for the onion, and the previous one was yellow for the pepper. We got lots of red for our tomato. It's a good stress reliever. It's like all those memory balls that they used to give you when you were in school. Yeah, we got some purple for our cabbage. Woohoo! Can you imagine what color my hand would be now? This one's just straight orange for our carrots. And I chose poorly because I should have done a smaller one for the carrots because it's a smaller cookie cutter. And last but not least, we're using the blue and the yellow to mix together to get green for our lettuce. Look at these beautiful gloves. Now the next step is you want to wrap them in saran wrap and put them in the fridge for 2 hours at least. These are the cookie cutters that I purchased to make these, since these are the only small ones I could find. I'll put a link below for where I found them. Now on to our next step in the path to point salad glory. We're going to cut out all of our biscuits to use for our game. This one is using the tomato cookie cutter on the red dough. And you get to figure out how many pieces you could get before having to roll it out again. Next is the carrot on the orange dough. These are a lot more straightforward for what you put on them. When I'm rolling out the dough, you want to be about 1/4 of an inch thick. If you like it to be more like Cheez-Its, you can make it thinner. Or if you want it more biscuity, 1/4 of an inch is good. Here we're using the lettuce or probably artichoke cookie cutter to try and get all of our lettuce on the green. Kind of looks like leaves, but lettuce is leaves, so it works for us. We're going to use the onion or probably radish cookie cutter on the pink. This one's a little trickier because there's a little nub up top that you have to use a toothpick or something to get it out, or just have it rip off, depending on your patience level. Here's our reprise of our artichoke cookie cutter to make our cabbages. It really is a nice purple color. To make them look a little bit more like cabbages, I just sliced off the bottom. Finally, we have our yellow peppers. Using the same one that we used for the onion one, I'm trying to symbolize here that we're going to cut off the bottom of it once we cut them all out. Though it looked a little threatening there. Slice, 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 slice. Now they look a little bit more like peppers, and I'm rounding off the bottom so they're a little more round at the bottom like a pepper. Now, if you're watching this and you're like, I really don't want to buy all these cookie cutters, here's the easy solution. I'm using a little tiny medicine cup and I'm just cutting out circles. And you can still do the same thing. I'm sure they'll still taste just as delicious without the cookie cutters. Now that you have all your cookies cut out, you want to bake at 350 degrees for 14 to 16 minutes. Ta-da! Look at these cute biscuits. Or crackers. Or cookies. Whatever you want to call them. Ooh. Thanks for watching another episode of Board Game Bakes. It was really fun to get back to filming and making baked creations. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm actually going to release another video later this week that's going to show you how I'd play taste the game, because that sounds like it's fun to say. But I'm going to show you how I would set up the game and actually play in the edible form. When I came up with this idea, quarantine wasn't really a thing, and self-isolation wasn't a thing, so I was thinking it'd be a lot of fun to play with 6 people, but you can still play with 2 people as well. So, the only other problem I have with this creation is that they're really addictive. You have 1, and you're like, that's just one small thing, I'm fine. And you have 2, and you look down, they're all gone, and you eat them all. Speaking of which, they're so cheesy and good. I think I've had 4 just filming this, and it's been great. Thanks for watching another episode of Board Game Bakes. Please like, comment, subscribe below. Keep playing games and keep them sweet. Bye!